Hi guys, how are you doing? This is Madhvi from TaroticallySpeaking.com, my site where I blog about all the things that I've learned from and about the tarot cards. I review tarot decks, tarot books, and I also make tarot videos via this YouTube channel. And I also do tarot card readings, I mentor and teach tarot, and I've also written a book about how you can enhance your readings with the tarot, with using storytelling techniques. Well, if any of this interests you, I have links in the description that accompanies this video, so you can totally go check it out. In the meantime, of course, you're here for the deck review that I'm going to do, of course, of this really lovely deck, the Crystal Visions Tarot, which has been lovingly illustrated by Jennifer Galasso. I hope I'm saying that right. And she's a fantasy artist, and it says right here on the side of the box, fantasy artist Jennifer Galasso renders traditional tarot symbolism in a unique style with ethereal fairy imagery and a vibrant color scheme inspired by the 4 seasons and the 4 elements. Isn't that cool? The Crystal Visions deck includes an unknown card for gazing into the future or exploring issues with deeper insight. Okay, so there's an additional card. They tell you that right away. Oh, and before we forget, this deck has been published by none other than US Game Systems, and so you can be assured that it's top-notch quality. It comes packed in a regular, box. It's a smooth finish. Okay. And I believe, yes, there is a little white book. There is no extra additional book that goes with this deck, but that's okay. This little white book is good enough. And this box is also pretty good enough to store your deck in. So, just so you know. So I'm just putting the box away for a bit for the purpose of this video. I'm going to spend some time with this LWB. Just talking about it because it's pretty interesting. This one, it does talk about why she chose the name Crystal Visions. It's a very interesting story why Jennifer chose the name Crystal Visions. Is because while she was thinking about creating this deck, singer-songwriter Stevie Nicks, who, I didn't grow up listening to English music, so it was a little thing like, oh, I have to go research this, and I did, and wow. I didn't realize that I had listened to a bunch of her songs without even knowing this was Stevie Nicks, okay? So there you go. So Stevie Nicks came out with her CD called Crystal Visions, and the songs in the CD were so... well, that Jennifer kind of resonated with them, that she said, okay, I'm going to title my tarot deck Crystal Visions. And it's her Stevie's haunting voice, ethereal nature, and poetic lyrics. They kind of, helped Jennifer, create the artwork. And besides, I believe Jennifer attributes much of her initial interest in the spiritual realm to Stevie's haunting voice, ethereal nature, and poetic lyrics. So it's actually her voice that kind of pushed Jennifer into this field to begin with. And then this deck came out, and so it must have been like, wow, right? And so that's why the deck is called Crystal Visions. Okay. And of course, Jennifer's interest in crystal balls, right? So, and plus, she says over here, Crystal Visions has a double meaning in that it also suggests clear visions, which she thought was very appropriate to the tarot. Okay, so a little bit about Jennifer. Jennifer is a fantasy artist and an illustrator, so much of the artwork is in that style. Now, as we look into the LWB, you'll see, okay, there's a little bit description about the particular card, and there's some information about the reversed meaning also, what reversed the card could mean. There are no keywords, but that's okay. So I believe to some extent that even beginners, because it's very much based on the Rider-Waite imagery, so beginners who are more into the fantasy, the fairy kind of illustrative styles could actually pick up this deck and work with it too. right? So it's not that hard, and it's got that reverse meaning. So however, and as you look into the meanings, there are some, there are parts where she does explain the symbolism, so that's good, right? And the others, I believe you can just Google it. It's not that hard, where she may have missed out stuff like that. So this is your major arcana, and yeah, the same thing continues with your minor arcana also. There's the upright meaning and the reversed meaning. In a way, I will say it's good that there are no keywords, because then you can make your own keywords, make it your own deck. So that is that. And okay, at the end, we have a section about reading with the cards, and she talks about the Celtic cross spread, and then we have some blank sort of note pages should you want to make your own notes. But that's the one spread, the Celtic cross, that's been given in this deck. Okay, so just go through this LWB. You might learn a few things, interesting things. All right, so the flip through, that's what you're here for. Here we go. Let's start off, of course, also with the back of the card, because for me it's important to have a card back that is reversible, because I work with reverse cards. So I don't want to be able to distinguish between the upright cards and the reverse cards when I make that fan after shuffling them. So as you can see, this is the back, and it shows this crystal ball and this beautiful imagery. There's a pentacle, there's a cup, and there's flowers. Oh, there's the swords also right here. All right, this is interesting. Swords on wands, or wand and swords. Wow, I can't really make out, but I guess these are the wands. Okay, so all the four elements are kind of represented here, and of course the crystal too, in this beautiful color scheme. It's just beautiful. I mean, this is one of the reasons why I picked up this deck. The color schemes, the wonderful interplay of imagery is what pulled me in, what kind of drew me in, and of course the name. Okay, this is the back. This is this is the one card that kind of comes along with it, the bookend card, you can say. You have a lot of information about Jennifer on here, and there's also links to her website where you can get in touch with her and stuff. So this is pretty cool. So here we go. All right, let's begin. You will see, of course, on the Fool card, the butterflies, and this is another motif that kind of recurs a lot on in this deck, is the butterflies. And I love that because I am particularly fond of the motif of the butterfly, because butterflies represent transformation and change and evolution and growth and beauty. Beauty, it's just fleeting, but beauty, like, regardless, it's a very beautiful combination. Right? Okay. And what I also like is there's mostly you see women in these places where usually you would see men. So I like that. It's therefore it's a little bit more relatable, I would say. I don't know. So there's your Fool card. There's the Magician. Again, bear in mind that she is a fantasy or illustrator, an artist. So that's the kind of world that she constantly is in touch with. So the illustrations will depict all of that. And so if you are someone who is into that sort of stuff, you will totally love this deck. Oh, the High Priestess. And traditional Rider-Waite people will also realize that there is a lot from the Rider-Waite that comes through in this deck. So there's really, learners, beginners, but don't have much to lose out if they choose to pick this deck and start with it, especially if they identify with the theme a lot. Empress. Oh, look at the butterflies. I just can't get over the butterflies. I believe there's lots of eagles too, isn't it? The magician, and then you have the emperor too. Hierophant. And it's an interesting hierophant because you see symbols from various religions around him, so it's not just the one religion. I like that it's inclusive in that way. Lover. Oh. Chariot, again, a woman. Now this is interesting because I believe the Morgan Greer deck also features a woman charioteer, so that's interesting. And I'm sure there are others too, but the Morgan Greer is the traditional kind of deck that comes to mind. Oh, sorry about the background noise. If you can hear it. The strength cards, you can the eagles. And the sunflowers too, yeah. Aww. That's all I can say. First of all, Hermit is one of those cards I really like to look at. It just resonates with me, and then I look at this one, I'm like, oh. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, this card is also there on the back of the box. So. Again, all this are the glyphs of the 12 signs, right? Let go. Justice. Hanging the man. Death. It's a beautiful card, very, very beautiful illustration there. And let me just check this out. Yeah, see, the description in the little white book does include the meaning of this inscription, which means life is changed, not taken away. It's pretty interesting. I like this one. I like the death card here on this card, on this deck. It's beautiful. It's very powerful. Temperance. Oops, sorry. Devil. This is an interesting one. We have, I believe, Pan, and we have the lady with the apple or the fruit. You know, just the other day, and I'm looking at this image, and we traditionally would expect to see Adam and Eve. I mean, in the Lovers card, not in the Devil card. In the Devil card, the Rider-Waite, the figures from the Lovers card are kind of converted, into how do you say, the chained people. To the thing, of the devil. But the other day I was just, as I was teaching this new student of mine, and we were going through the imagery of the Lover's card, and I said, it would be interesting, if in the traditional, the story of Adam and Eve, what do you think would have happened if Eve would have just eaten that apple and not shared it with Adam to begin with, and then she would have just kept quiet all about it and never let anyone know that she ate that apple. She would have just gone, eaten the apple, gained all the wisdom, and just sat there quietly, looking at Adam and saying, oh, poor thing, and just, life would have just gone. How do you think life would have gone by had that happened? And that was an interesting discussion, let me tell you. So yeah, this imagery just totally reminds me of that, like, so of that scene where let's say, she did take the apple and she's like, I'm not sharing it with anyone. I'm just going to eat this by myself and keep all the knowledge to myself, all the wisdom to myself. I'm not sharing it. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. Oh, the Tower card. Oh, Tower is another card that kind of, doesn't fail to kind of, awe me or inspire me with its imagery, no matter where I encounter it. This is one such card. This is just beautiful. Just beautiful. Just very wow. Ooh. And then you have the star. Wow, so peaceful. Moon. This is another moon card that is really, really beautiful. That somehow doesn't make me fearful somewhere, but does inspire me to look deep within. Sun. Again, the sunflower is beautiful. Judgment. And the world. Nice, hey? And yes, this is your unknown card, right? The unknown card. So again, you have a choice. You can leave it in your deck when you use it, or you can take it out and then use it. It's completely up to you, right? Completely up to you. I mean, when I look at this card, it kind of gives me the feeling that, okay, maybe you should ask your reader, ask your tarot card reader, consult the oracles. That's the feeling that this imagery evokes. But again, or ask your inner self, that kind of thing. But again, your choice. That's the thing with extra cards in decks. Like, the deck creator has put it there with a certain intention, and that intention is usually good. But up to you, users, readers, you can totally do what feels right at that time. Yeah? All right. That was the major arcana. Now, the suit of wands. And you'll see that's primarily, you see a lot of reds in the suit of wands because, wands is fire, associated with the element of fire. And so I believe she has a bunch of dragons too here. 2 of wands. 3 of wands. I like this 3 of wands. 4 of wands. A romantic rendezvous in the forest. 5 of wands. I like how there are all these unicorns in the 8 of wands. At first I thought they were horses, when I first opened this deck, just looked through, I was like, horses, and then I'm like, no, they're unicorns, look. 9 of wands. Wow, 10 of wands. So next one we have, next suit is the suit of swords. And so I don't know, maybe a lot of grays might be prevalent. Two of swords. Wow. Ah, this three of swords is just so wow. Heartbreaking. You know, this reminds me of a scene from a movie. I don't remember the name of the movie, but it was a movie about werewolves and Red Riding Hood, I think. Can't remember. There was a scene like that where the girl is just lying in snow and she's wearing red. It's very interesting. Five of Swords. Oh, stabbed in the back. This is a little bit different from your traditional Rider-Waite imagery, I will say this. But still, it kind of conveys the same meaning, so I'll go with it. Oh. Ah, Nine of Swords. Ten of Swords. This one's a tough one, huh? Oops. Knight. Queen. Ace of Cups. I suppose we might see a lot of purples here. I'm just and lotuses. Ace of Cups, Two of Cups, and there's a full moon and all, huh? That's not romantic. I don't know what is. Three of Cups. Hey, this image is on the cover of the LWB. The Four of Cups. Five of Cups. Oh, this is so evocative, the Six of Cups. She's like leaving her inner child behind or reconnecting with her inner child. Which way would you look at it, right? Wow. Seven of Cups. Nine of Cups. Aww, Ten of Cups. Happy family. Page of Cups. Oh, look! This is the image from front of the card box. Okay. Knight of Cups. Unicorn. Hmm. And finally, the Suit of Pentacles. So I do expect to see a bunch of greens and browns in here, and actual crystals maybe. Mm-hmm. Huh. You know, this Three of Pentacles is a little bit different. See drawing? Look at him holding on to those pentacles. Whichever way he can. Interesting, no? The Six of Pentacles. Wow, the Seven. Eight. She's weaving. Nine. The peacock, there's a tiger. Seriously? Nice. Oh, I like this one. The wolf and deer and all the pentacles. Nice. And castle in the background too. Page. Knight. Queen. And the King of Pentacles. So this was my quick review and flip through of this very, very lovely Crystal Visions Tarot deck by Jennifer Galasso. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up so that I know that you like it, and that will kind of, you know, help me justify to myself all the different decks I keep wanting to buy, and then I can make these lovely videos for you more and more. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go right ahead and subscribe. I make these kind of videos every month. I review a deck, I make all kinds of spread videos and teaching videos. So I, you know, because my thing is I want everybody to be able to learn tarot. I mean, yeah, sure, you can look in your future and all that, but it's more about knowing yourself, getting to know who you truly are. And I believe images that resonate with you are a great way to get into your own space, into your inner world, into a deeper understanding with yourself, right? So that's my aim with my YouTube channel as well, because it's like I'm talking to you. Maybe not face to face, but here we are. So please subscribe to my channel, share the videos, like, share, subscribe, all of that. You can even follow me on Instagram, on Facebook or Twitter, whichever social media platform is your thing. I keep doing my card a day videos, and for this month, the month of November 2018, I'm actually using this deck to do my card a day videos, so you can actually see how I interpret each card, you know, in terms of, you know, what to expect today, kind of a thing. So you know, that'll kind of give you a hands-on intro, and so you can play with work with the imagery and see how I interpret it. You might interpret it differently too, and that's perfectly okay. And all of it, it's fun. So yeah, totally. Just follow me and subscribe to my channel, share the video, like the video, and I will be back again next week with yet another video. That one should be a like a spreads video. I'm still not sure what I'm gonna do, but something will come to me, I'm sure. So I will see you then. Until that time, stay good, be good, and play with your cards. Bye now.